Hello everyone. The topic of my study is improving students' engagement in APP-based second language learning self-study through goal setting. My name is Ouyang Pianpian. So the reason why I choose this topic is because I found that usually in mobile learning, in APP learning, students get distracted easily and they lose their initial interest or they didn't gain very much from their learning apps. It's also found in other studies, for example, from the He and Lun study in 2022, they found poor student engagement. So the reasons are multifaceted. The main reason can be maybe that there are just too many distractions from multitasking on their devices. For example, there are usually games and social medias on our mobile phone, which can be very distracting. And also, some language learning apps are poorly designed. So this is also why students can't lose their interest and cannot gain much from it. So the theory I'm going to use is the goal setting theory. The reason I'm using it is that I found actually many language learning apps actually incorporate goal setting function in their design. For example, you can see from the picture, this is a picture from Duolingo. You can actually set your own daily goal. It ranges from 5 minutes to 20 minutes. 5 minutes is a casual goal and 20 minutes is intense goal. However, it's really set to 10 minutes by default. And when you reach your daily goal, there will be rewards. Like it's also very common in other language learning apps. However, from what I know, students didn't seem to make use of this function, and they really ignore it or didn't find it very useful. From the goal setting theory, it's suggested that goals should be challenging, specific, and accepted, combined with feedback. This is from Luke, and this theory is invented by Luke and Lansam in 1990. And according to the latest finding, the goal refers to an object that directs action, and each goal is composed by content and intensity. So now, actually, from a pilot study I've done among 37 UTM postgraduate Chinese students with regard to the AP-based second language learning, I asked them these two questions. First, what kind of learning goal would you prefer from general to specific? And second, from easy to difficult. It's a slider you can choose if you want to. You can choose from 10 to 0 to 10. And for the first question, actually, the overall result is 7.11, suggesting that most students still prefer a more specific goal. And for the second question, the result is actually 4.92, a much lower score than the first one, suggesting that among this group of students, some of them actually prefer easier goal. So this is kind a different finding compared to the goal setting theory. Now let's move on to the research questions. I set 3 research questions. So first is regarding the overall picture. The first one is how do students use the current goal setting function in English learning apps? And the second question is regarding a specific app. How effective is goal setting theory in English listening app to connect towards students' engagement? The third one is how goal setting activity by students improve student engagement in Coconut. For the second and third question, I want to look at the goal setting function in the specific app Coconut. And for the third question, I want to look at how can we improve this student engagement. So Coconut, if you don't know it, is a very widely used English listening app among Chinese students. Now, for the research methodology, I'm going to use mixed method research and the sequential exploratory design from survey to experiment. The survey is used to answer the first research question about the overall picture, the existing picture. And for the second question, I'm going to use experiment to see the effectiveness of the goal setting function in Coconut. And for the third question, the survey and experiment, the result will be combined to answer it. So the data collection will be collected from students in Software Engineering Institute of Guangzhou, where I'm working in. And for data analysis, survey will use a semantic analysis through NVivo, and the experiment will be analyzed from t-test by SPSS. And I expect the expected finding is through the survey. I expected to find that in the current popular English learning apps, there is many limitations, such as there is only a daily goal set without weekly goal or monthly goal, and usually the goal is not flexible. Therefore, it can't fit everyone's need. For the second question, in the experiment, the score of treatment group and the control group will be compared, and in t-test, the p-value is expected to be less than 0.05, which suggests that treatment significantly affects the students. For the third question, students might be more engaged when they set goals on their own and adjust their goals according to feedback. And long-term goals should be combined with short-term goal. In addition, language learner with low to medium proficiency may prefer less challenging goal.